welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Joanna and today I'm creating a video called Rent a House or Fraud. I'm gonna give you 8 hacks how to recognize if an ad is a fake. Okay, I'm gonna give you just 8 tips and then I'm gonna give you 2 examples. If you receive a contact from a fake ad, they are more or less similar and you're gonna recognize them. So I'm looking for a new house. This is my real experience in Denver, Colorado. If you guys looking for a house in Denver, you should know that the prices are actually pretty high and living in the city is expensive. It's a little bit more expensive than other places. It's one of the top expensive cities in USA. So, hack number 1. If there is no picture of the interior of the house, most of the time this is a fake ad. Most of the time, 99%. There is a very few cases when it's a real ad from some realtor that is not very expensive, not very experienced, or not very technological. This could happen. I saw about 45 houses the past month, and there was one apartment that didn't have picture and it looked like scam, but I went to see it and it was really nice, 1-bedroom apartment in a nice area, and the price was also reasonable. So sometimes, especially people that come from Mexico and are not used to technology, they are not so good with making ads, with putting pictures and so on and so on. So it's possible, but it's 1 in 100 maybe. So the second red flag in a renting house ad, if there is a pictures but they are just so amazing, it look like come out from a magazine. If you see one of these ads where the price seem reasonable or kind of low and the pictures are just amazing and gorgeous, that's a fake ad. Number 2, and this is the biggest guide for me, it's the price. When the price is really low for that area, for that city, for that neighborhood, this probably it's a fake ad. So you can find out by comparing the prices in the renting apartments in the surroundings, and it's very easy to do that. Number 3, if this great apartment or a great deal it's over a month online, or if you see that the ad is older than a week with that great deal, there is something wrong with it. If there is even a private people, sometimes they will post and you will be like, oh, I can't believe everything seems so beautiful. How is possible that this is not rented? And the price is low. This means that you gotta live with somebody with a mental disabilities or with some kind of other psychological issues. So the price is a great factor to decide and to understand if this is a fake, if this is a good opportunity for you or no. So if something looks too good to be true, normally is. That's what they say, right? Number 4, no direct contact. There is no direct phone or there is no direct email to a realtor or owner, or there is just difficult contact. The information is not clear if they say text only, or for example, one of these calls, I called to one of these places and they were really rude when I asked for more information, when I asked if there is application, any further fees and so on, moving fee and that's like that. They were really, really upset with me. So that's like a red flag. Number 5, if you contact this property and you get redirected, for example, you get redirected to a website where you requested to register and pay some certain money of an amount to see the pictures and blah and blah and blah, or if you are requested some kind of a fee before you even have seen the house or something doing with money, or please write me better on that other email. Don't write me on Craigslist, send me your real email. So if somebody's really looking for a house, they don't care where you're writing them from. They just want to find a good tenant and get that money out, right? So don't get like dummies. Don't get dummies. Don't think that good opportunities are just behind the corner. Yes, there is a good people, but there is a lot of fraud going on. So if you get redirected, that's a red flag. If you receive a links, something telling you for some kind of a process, please first register here, register there, register to this website, then we're gonna send you this and blah blah blah. This is wasting of time. There is a lot of fakes there that try to make you to register to a rent property website in order to make you to make the website grow or something like that as well. So just don't waste your time. Number 6, if you cannot ask the question, any questions, or when you ask a questions you responded rudely, not friendly, and it's not very clear what is happening. There is no clear information. If you want to see the place, there is some other distraction, some other response. Instead of saying, hey, come to see the house, they start to asking you, how much money do you do? What do you work? Are you using marijuana? Are you 420? And blah, and blah, and blah. Talking about all these kind of things is a little bit funny, having in mind that you haven't seen the house yet. So if there was any kind of requirement like no smoking, no pets, blah, 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 that should have been on the ad. And trusting in your good-hearted and the fact that you're looking for the right house, you would have read that already. But if they start asking you these questions and you haven't seen the house yet, or how much money do you do, or where do you work, the first thing is to see the house, right? Number 7, there is something, they explain you something, not answering your questions with some weird explanation. Yeah, we're very serious companies. Please send the application. Please pay that kind of fee. Please first do that. Please. All of these things are just a red flag, especially if they make you feel a little bit uncomfortable because you want to know more about the property. You feel kind of you're problematic or something, this is a red flag, guys. It's normal for a tenant to want to know more about the property, about the house, about the expenses, about the rules, about the fees. All that is normal. And if you refuse to receive this information, and if you not have an accurate response on when this house is available to be seen, you gotta know that there is something wrong with that property. And number 8, if there is any kind of request to pay something before you even see the house, if they ask you for any kind of fee, administration, I don't know, and you haven't even seen the house and they ask you for these fees, do not pay it. Okay, so I'm gonna read one text conversation that I have with someone. I called it a fraud house. So I applied to many ads through Facebook, through Craigslist, to realtors, many. So last week I received this. Hi, I received your text regarding my house and give the house address. By the way, I haven't texted. I probably had sent something through online, through email or something like that. I said, oh, really? Thank you very much for responding. Which ad is that? I contacted many property. Hi, how was your night going? Instead of saying which property is, they're asking me how my night is going. Do you receive our application through email? So instead of responding my questions, they're responding with another question. Clearly, I haven't received no application because I have not seen the house in this specific address. I did not respond to this question, and I said, okay, guys, I would like to see the house. When is a good time? Is it tomorrow, 5 o'clock good time? This is very classical for fraud, guys. Oh, you can drive by and take a look from the outside. I am currently in California and the keys need to be shipped to your actual address. So last year, if I continue this conversation, it happened a few times because last year I moved quite a lot here in Denver. I couldn't find a place that I like. They go on, they send you an application and they ask you for first month, last month rent, and then security deposit. So basically they ask you $3,000 or $4,000, and then they said that they gonna, once you send the money, they will ship you the keys within 24 hours through UPS. They also send you contracts that seem very reasonable and very realistic, but it's all fake. So this is if you get text. If you call instead, they're very disturbed by your questions and they don't like to answer any of your questions. They're very propensive to hang up and they direct you to some website where you have to pay some amount or something. Just, this is like, don't waste your time. Sometimes they're polite as well, but it's all fraud. When you ask to see the house, there is a problem. You're not gonna see the house. There is some weird complication, explanation, problematic situation, and they're gonna share their entire life with you. So I'm gonna read an email from a goodhome114@gmail.com. I really did receive this email not long ago, in response of one of the ads that I contacted, which I cannot tell you which was it, but it says, thank you for replying for my house. I am the owner. At the moment I live in California. You see, again, I am in Denver. Some of them say California, some of them New York, some of them Washington, D.C. They're always far away for some reason. And for some reason, there is no way that you could see the house inside. Okay, so I just got moved to live in California. Transfer, I become a branch manager of a company. So they're gonna share their private experience about how successful they are. I am looking for responsible, dedicated, trustworthy, committed person to take care of my property. You want to be considered to be this kind of person, right? Wonderful. My plan was to sell the house, but I have bad experience with the realtor. So never mind if you see a realtor sign in front of the house, because I decided to deal this with myself, to do all on my own, right? No need to contact the realtor. This is the property address and they give you a wonderful description of how amazing this property is. Then it says, all the utilities are included because I'm a beneficiary of a government program that sponsors the utilities. What a great deal. You find an apartment, you're not gonna have an owner there, and you're gonna have this wonderful, fantasy, beautiful, brilliant relationship with that owner, right? Deposit is $1,000 and the rent is $800. And then you're asked for your personal information, name, address, phone, work, income, everything possible. It looked like a real application, but it's not. It's fake. So ask you for your information, and then says, the house is locked for security reasons. Please see it from the outside and see if you like to rent it. And if you like it, please fill the application, which is not a real application, but a request for private information through an email. Just remember, guys, you haven't even seen the house and they want you to fill the application. Then this letter said, trust in God and blah, 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 and give you a Bible verse there. I am waiting for your response. Bill are long term. So I just want to say, guys, that's few examples of how fraud work. They will send you this very friendly, very weird emails or texts, and they're gonna talk to you like they know you forever. Last year, I remember this person told me all their heartbreaking story, the divorce, the kids, what kind of situation they had, and why, how they had to move, or somebody said that they are in a military mission and they need to rent their house, and so on and so on and so on. But all of these fraud cases are based on the fact that they're gonna make you feel good about yourself. They're gonna make you feel, oh, we're good Christians. House with a good Christian, good Samaritans. This kind, everything is so good that you want to be in that good environment with good people, but the business it's not going well. Everything is beautiful, everything is good, but when we're talking about seeing the house, no, that's not happening. You respond something complicated, and all these frauds are focused to get your money. So that's about fraud housing. I find a new house. I'm gonna move next week. I'm so excited. I hope that video was useful for you guys. Pay attention and make sure you are not frauded. Make sure you don't lose your time to respond to these ads, because as I said, if something looks too good to be true, it normally is. Thank you for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful day. That was everything from Denver, Colorado. Bye bye.